Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you're a diehard Washington Commanders supporter, you know that every NFL offseason brings a wave of speculation, rumors, and sometimes shocking potential moves that could reshape the entire landscape of the league. And this year, one name is rising above the rest: TJ Watt. Yes, that's right, the Pittsburgh Steelers' superstar linebacker, TJ Watt, could be on the verge of making a seismic shift in the NFL, and more specifically, it could have huge implications for the Commanders' future. But how exactly did we get here? What's fueling this buzz? Well, let's dive into it. TJ Watt, for those who might not be as familiar, is one of the most feared pass rushers in the NFL today. Since entering the league in 2017, Watt has established himself as a force of nature, a player capable of changing games with his relentless pressure on quarterbacks and his knack for making game-defining plays. We're talking about a guy who's been a perennial Pro Bowler, a first-team All-Pro, and even earned the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2021. His combination of explosiveness, technique, football IQ, and relentless motor makes him a nightmare for offensive lines. Watt is the kind of player who commands double teams, creates chaos in the backfield, and consistently racks up sacks, tackles for loss, and pressures. When he's on the field, offenses have to scheme around him, and that opens up opportunities for the rest of the defense. Now, the idea that Watt could be considering a move away from Pittsburgh has sent shockwaves through NFL circles. The Steelers, a franchise known for their stability and strong drafts, have built their defenses around Watt's presence. Losing him would be a tough pill to swallow, but it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Rumors have started swirling, fueled by anonymous sources, suggesting that Watt might be open to a fresh start, perhaps in a team that's closer to contending for a Super Bowl. And that's where the Washington Commanders come into the picture. For the Commanders, this isn't just about adding another player, it's about making a statement. It's about showing the league and their fans that they're serious about competing at the highest level. We all know that the NFC East is one of the most competitive divisions in football, with the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants all vying for supremacy. But if Washington manages to land a player of Watt's caliber, it could alter the entire balance of power. Their defense, already looking pretty solid with young stars like Chase Young, Montez Sweat, and some promising pieces in the secondary, would instantly elevate to another level. Watt's presence would demand attention from offensive coordinators, freeing up his teammates and creating opportunities for turnovers, sacks, and disruptive plays. Imagine the impact of Watt lining up on the edge, commanding double teams, forcing quarterbacks into hurried throws, and setting the tone for a defense that's already trending upward. With the Commanders' defensive coordinator, Jack Del Rio, known for his aggressive schemes, Watt's addition could turn Washington into one of the most feared defenses in the league. It's not just about individual stats, it's about what he brings to the team's mentality, their swagger, their confidence. A player like Watt is a game changer, and if the front office can pull off this move, it signals that they're all in on competing now. Of course, the logistics of such a trade aren't simple. The Steelers, a franchise that values Watt immensely, would likely demand a hefty package in return, perhaps multiple high draft picks, young talent, or even some established veterans. Washington would need to weigh the immediate benefits against the long-term implications, especially considering salary cap constraints and the risk of disrupting team chemistry. But let's be honest, if they want to make a real splash and solidify their defense as a top-5 unit, this kind of bold move might be exactly what they need. And think about what this would mean for the division. If Washington acquires Watt, it's not just a win for them, it's a statement to the rest of the NFC East that they're not messing around. The Eagles, who have been dominant on both sides of the ball, would see their division rival beef up their defense significantly, and the Cowboys, always looking to improve, would have to respond. It's a strategic chess match, and Watt's potential move could shift the entire game. Beyond the tactical side, this kind of move would energize the fanbase. Imagine the hype around the team, the roar of the stadium when Watt steps onto the field in Washington colors. It would be a rallying point, a symbol of ambition, and a clear message that the Commanders are committed to winning now. That kind of attitude can be contagious, fueling the team's confidence and inspiring players to elevate their game. Now, let's talk a little about the current state of the Commanders. After a somewhat up-and-down 2023 season, there's a sense that this team is on the cusp of something special. The quarterback situation remains a hot topic, with Sam Howell showing flashes of brilliance but still needing consistency. The offensive line has improved, and the young weapons like Jahan Dotson are developing nicely. But defensively, the team has plenty of talent, yet it lacks that one game-changing edge rusher who can consistently get to the quarterback and tilt the field in their favor. That's exactly what Watt would bring, an elite pass rusher who can turn a good defense into a dominant one. The coaching staff, led by Ron Rivera, has been emphasizing building a tough, disciplined team that can grind out wins. Adding a player like Watt would send a clear message about their commitment to that identity. It would also serve as a galvanizing force in the locker room, pushing everyone to elevate their game when it matters most. The NFL is a league of moments and momentum, and Watt's presence could create the kind of energy that transforms a good team into a great one. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, the possibilities become even more exciting. If this trade happens, Washington's odds of making a deep playoff run improve significantly. Suddenly, a defense that was already promising becomes one of the league's most formidable. Opposing quarterbacks would think twice before dropping back comfortably, knowing that Watt is lurking. The entire division would have to adjust their game plans, and that's a recipe for chaos. Chaos that the Commanders could capitalize on. But beyond the immediate impact, what does this say about the franchise's ambitions? It signals a willingness to spend resources, take risks, and aim for the top. It's about setting a tone that Washington is back in the fight for NFC supremacy. And let's not forget, the NFL is a league where history is made through bold moves. The Steelers might be hesitant to let Watt go, but if the right offer comes along, and the team's management believes it's the right step forward, this could become one of the defining trades of the offseason. Of course, fans will have their opinions. Some might worry about the long-term cap implications or the potential loss of draft capital, but others will see this as a once-in-a-generation opportunity to elevate the team. The NFL is all about those marquee moments, those moves that define eras. And if Washington lands Watt, it could very well be the start of a new chapter, one filled with hope, ambition, and hopefully, a trip back to the Super Bowl. In wrapping up, we should also consider the broader league context. Other teams are undoubtedly eyeing Watt's situation, and the Steelers will have to weigh their options carefully. This kind of high-profile player movement creates ripples across the NFL landscape. The NFC East, in particular, might never be the same if this deal goes through. The Commanders would instantly become a top-tier defense, and that could be the missing piece they need to finally break through the division's dominance and make a serious playoff push. So, as we wait and watch how this story unfolds, it's clear that the potential acquisition of T.J. Watt by Washington isn't just a rumor, it's a game-changer. It embodies the hunger and desire of a franchise eager to reclaim its place among the league's elite, to bring back glory days, and to excite their passionate fanbase. It's a move that could define the next chapter of the Commanders' history, setting the stage for a competitive, aggressive, and ultimately successful future. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Watt is the missing piece that can propel the team into serious Super Bowl contention? Or are there concerns about the long-term effects of such a trade? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the franchise. We love engaging with you, debating the possibilities, and sharing our passion for this team. Remember, this isn't just about one player. It's about the vision, the ambition, and the relentless pursuit of greatness that defines the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and inside information about your favorite team. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and let's keep supporting this incredible franchise as they aim for new heights. The NFL season is always full of surprises, and with moves like the potential acquisition of TJ Watt, the 2025 season could turn out to be one of the most exciting chapters in Commanders history. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Commanders.